On the Now, we're watching for another chance of rain in the metro area.
We want to get right to meteorologist J.D. Rudd. Can we expect anything like last night, J.D.?
Not in terms of severe weather. We're not going to wind up seeing 70, 80 mile an hour winds. We're not going to see a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings, and we're not expecting tornadoes at all overnight tonight. But the rain has been the biggest thing. That'll be the big thing we see again tonight. These are the rainfall amounts from last night, and look how colorful this rainfall map is. Everything in yellow is at least 1 inch of rainfall. The oranges you see on there, that's at least 2 inches. The reds, at least 3, and those pink areas, 4+ inches of rainfall. We got a whammy of rain in some areas, as we said we would, for last night into this morning. Some parts of northwestern Missouri here around St. Joseph. Back and take you hour by hour here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks, JD. Right now, some people in Miami County are having trouble calling 911. This is all because of the storms last night. The sheriff's office says that Mo Can Dial customers are having trouble calling 911. And if this is you, use a mobile phone, they say, to call 911 instead of the landline. They are working to get it fixed, and they will let you know as soon as it is. That storm last night definitely brought along some strong winds with it. Here you can see some of the video we shot of the storm damage left behind. Look at these huge limbs, giant trees knocked over. Strong winds did this. They brought down some trees in places and onto houses or onto sidewalks. Some of the worst damage we found was in Overland Park near the area of Grant and Knox Streets.
And the severe weather left a path of destruction near Kansas City, a small one at least. Johnson County, the hardest hit area. This morning, 19 utility poles knocked down along Highway 169 in Olathe. Most of the poles were snapped in half, leaving about 400 customers without power. Crews worked on those poles overnight into this afternoon to help restore the power. And remember, you can keep track of the weather problems by downloading our 41 Action News mobile app. You can find up-to-the-minute radar as well as current conditions. The app is free and is available for both Apple and Android.
Right now, Lawrence police are investigating an accidental shooting involving a 6-year-old. That boy is expected to be okay. The Now KC's Allison Bruner is in the newsroom right now, and you just got an update from police, Allison.
Chris, I also just got back from Lawrence, and police tell me this little boy was playing with a firearm inside his home when it accidentally went off and hit him in the foot. The 6-year-old is recovering right now at a Kansas City hospital. Investigators are not releasing any other information at this time. However, neighbors in Lawrence tell me they are shocked that something like this could happen in their community.
Lawrence police arriving at this home in the 500 block of Wisconsin Street around 7:45 Thursday.
And again tonight, that boy is expected to be okay. Investigators are sending the report to the Douglas County District Attorney's Office to see if charges will be made in this case. In the newsroom, Allison Bruner, back to you guys.
Thank you, Allison. Breaking news, police in Warrensburg looking for this man that they believe robbed a bank just a couple of hours ago. It happened at the UMB Bank near Cortland and McGuire Streets around 2:15 this afternoon. Police say the man handed the bank teller a note saying he had explosives and demanded cash. After he got that cash, he ran away. If you have any information, call police. Rescuers and survivors of that massive earthquake in Italy dealing with more strong aftershocks right now as the number of people killed has now reached at least 250. An estimated 400 people still in the hospital. On a positive note, we have video right now of the inspiring rescue of an 8-year-old girl we first told you about yesterday here on the Now. You can see emergency crews pulling her out to safety, a bystander cheering Bella Ragazza, which means beautiful girl in Italian. She survived being trapped there for more than 17 hours. And this is one of the more haunting images of the earthquake. The 13th century clock tower in this town frozen in time at 3:36, the very moment the earthquake struck yesterday as people were sleeping, unaware of what was about to happen, of course.
Ryan Lochte certainly wants to forget about what did or didn't happen at that gas station in Rio, but Brazil's Justice Department doesn't want to forget about it. Today, we learned the U.S. swimming star has been summoned to testify before Brazil's Justice Department. If he declines to attend, there wouldn't be no penalty, but he would not be able to engage in a plea deal.
A drug company blasted for raising the price of a life-saving drug is responding now to the outcry. The CEO of Mylan, maker of the EpiPen, says her company will take steps now to lower the cost to some customers. But for many critics, including members of Congress, that answer is still not quite enough. NBC's Chris Pallone reports.
Chris Pallone, 41 Action News.
And West Virginia Democratic Senator Joe Manchin is Heather Bresch's father. Manchin says he shares concerns about the skyrocketing prices of prescription drugs.
We're just getting started here on The Now. Casey, thanks for being with us. Cleanup continues today in Indiana, where tornadoes did some serious damage there. We'll follow along as the state's governor and vice presidential candidate Mike Pence tour the devastation. And the KC Water Department trying something new, how you can get help for free fixing sewer problems.
Might need those pretty soon. More heavy rain expected overnight tonight. This is how the radar may look by about 4 o'clock in the morning, with pockets of heavy rain in some areas. I'm going to time this out for you and give you my notes of what I think is going to happen as we go through the rest of it.